The auditorium erupted in cheers as diplomas were handed out, but my heart pounded for a different reason. Belle's lips met mine in a stolen kiss behind the stage curtains, her hands trembling with the same fear and exhilaration that gripped me. Then the curtain shifted, and there he was, my father, his face twisting from pride to horror in an instant that would haunt me for years. Camilla stared at the ceiling of her cramped apartment in Seattle, the memory replaying like a broken record. It had been 5 years since that day, 5 years of radio silence from her family back in Texas. She had built a life here, far from the conservative clutches of her upbringing, but the wound never fully healed. Why now? The email from her father had arrived that morning, subject line: "Family vacation, please come." It was an invitation to a week-long trip to the Grand Canyon, all expenses paid, with her mother, brother, and him. No mention of the past, no apology, just a casual plea as if nothing had happened. Camilla's mind raced. Was this a trap? A genuine olive branch? Or just another way to control her? She paced the room, her thoughts a whirlwind. I can't trust him. After all, he was the one who screamed at me that night, calling me unnatural, a disgrace to the family name. He cut me off financially, emotionally, everything. And Mom? She just stood there, tears in her eyes, but never once defended me. My brother Jake was too young to understand, but even he echoed Dad's words in those early phone calls before they stopped altogether. Belle had been her rock through it all, the one who held her as she sobbed, promising they'd make their own family. But now, with Belle's job transfer looming to New York, Camilla felt unmoored. Maybe this vacation was a chance to confront them, to demand the closure she deserved. Or perhaps it was foolish hope, setting her up for more pain. Belle walked in from work, dropping her bag with a sigh. You look like you've seen a ghost. What's up? Camilla handed her the phone, watching Belle's expression harden as she read. You're not seriously considering this, are you? After what they did? Belle's voice was sharp, laced with the protectiveness that had defined their relationship since college. Camilla sank onto the couch, burying her face in her hands. I love her for this, for always putting me first. But part of me wonders if facing them could heal something broken inside me. I don't know, Belle. It's been years. People change, right? Belle shook her head, sitting beside her. Not people like your dad. Remember how he quoted the Bible at you, saying you'd burn for this? That's not something that just fades. The debate stretched into the night, Camilla's inner turmoil bubbling over. What if I go and they reject me again? What if I don't and regret it forever? She thought of her mother's soft voice on the rare voicemail, always hesitant, always ending with, "We miss you." Missed me enough to stand up for me? Probably not. But the invitation mentioned important family matters to discuss. That phrase nagged at her. Was someone sick? Dying? The uncertainty gnawed, pushing her toward a decision she wasn't sure she could handle. By morning, Camilla had booked the flight. Belle's disapproval hung heavy, but she promised to support whatever came next. As the plane lifted off, Camilla's stomach churned. This could be the end of the Exile, or the beginning of a worse one. Arriving at the Phoenix airport, Camilla spotted her family immediately. Her father, grayer than she remembered, waved awkwardly. Her mother rushed forward for a hug that felt genuine, if stiff. Jake, now a lanky teenager, hung back with a shy smile. No one mentioned the elephant in the room. Glad you could make it, Cammy, her dad said, using the nickname that once warmed her heart. She nodded, words caught in her throat. The drive to the cabin was filled with small talk. Weather, work, anything but the truth. Camilla's mind screamed for confrontation. Why invite me now? What's the catch? But she held back, waiting for the right moment. That evening, around the dinner table overlooking the canyon's vast expanse, the tension simmered. Her father cleared his throat. We've got some news. Your mother's been diagnosed with early-stage cancer. Treatable, but it's made us rethink things. Camilla's world tilted. Cancer? The word hit like a punch. Her mother's eyes welled up. We want to make amends, Camilla. Before it's too late. Jake nodded eagerly. Yes, sis. We've missed you. But her father avoided her gaze, and Camilla wondered if this was manipulation, using illness as leverage. Inside, rage and sorrow battled. How dare they pull me back with this? Yet, the vulnerability in her mother's face tugged at her. She excused herself early, retreating to her room where tears flowed freely. This isn't forgiveness. It's desperation. But can I walk away now? The next day brought hikes along the rim, the group's forced cheer clashing with Camilla's inner storm. Jake pulled her aside during a break. Dad's changed, you know. He goes to therapy now. Talks about regret. Camilla raised an eyebrow. Therapy? The man who once called mental health weakness? What about you, Jake? Do you still think I'm going to hell? He flushed. I was a kid. I didn't know better. I'm sorry. His apology felt real, stirring something in her. But her father? That was harder. As they walked, he fell into step beside her. I was wrong, Camilla. About everything. The words hung there, simple yet profound. She stopped, heart racing. Wrong how? Say it. He hesitated. About you and your choices. I shouldn't have pushed you away. Choices? The word stung. It's not a choice, Dad. It's who I am. But she bit her tongue, sensing this was just the beginning. Back at the cabin, Belle called, her voice a lifeline. How's it going? Any explosions yet? Camilla recounted the cancer news, the half apologies. It's messy, Belle. Part of me wants to believe them. Belle sighed. Just protect yourself. Remember why we left. Belle had been the catalyst, the one her family blamed. Camilla's thoughts darkened. What if they try to turn me against her? The fear lingered as night fell, the canyon's shadows mirroring her doubts. Morning brought a group rafting trip down the Colorado River. The rushing water a metaphor for the emotions Camilla could no longer contain. As they geared up, her mother pulled her into a quiet corner. I should have fought for you, honey. I was scared of losing him too. The admission cracked something in Camilla. Scared? You let him destroy our family. Mom, it's not just about fear. You agreed with him. Her mother's face crumpled. Not entirely. But in our community, it's hard. Church friends, they all judge. Society's chains, Camilla thought bitterly. The same ones that made me hide who I was for years. The raft launched, and the rapids forced focus, but her mind churned. Is forgiveness possible when the hurt runs so deep? Halfway through, the group paused on a sandy bank for lunch. Her father approached, sandwich in hand. Can we talk? Really talk? Camilla nodded warily. He sat, staring at the river. I grew up in a world where being different was sin. But losing you showed me the real sin was my ignorance. Different? Still can't say the word lesbian. Dad, it's not ignorance. It's hate. He winced. Maybe it was. But therapy helped. And seeing Jake struggle with his own identity, Camilla's eyes widened. Jake? What do you mean? Her father glanced at her brother, laughing with the guide. He's questioning things. It made me realize I can't lose another child. So that's the real reason. Not me, but fear for Jake. The revelation stung like betrayal. He's using my pain to save his son. The afternoon rapids were fiercer, mirroring Camilla's rising anger. Back at the cabin, she confronted Jake privately. Dad said you're questioning your identity. Is that true? Jake shifted uncomfortably. Yeah, sorta. I like this guy at school, but I'm scared. Seeing what happened to you. His voice trailed off. Camilla's heart ached. My little brother, carrying the same burden. You don't have to hide, Jake. But Dad's change, is it real? Jake shrugged. He's trying. For me at least. The words twisted the knife. For him, but not for me back then? That night, dinner was tense. Her mother tried to steer conversation to neutral topics, but Camilla couldn't hold back. So this vacation is about Jake, not me? Her father sighed. It's about all of us. But yes, Jake's situation opened my eyes. Honesty finally. But it felt like a slap. Belle's nightly call was a storm. They're using you as a guinea pig for Jake? That's messed up. Camilla agreed, yet a part of her saw opportunity. If I stay, maybe I can help Jake. Guide him through what I couldn't. I know, but he's my brother. Belle softened. Just don't lose yourself in their mess. As Camilla lay awake, doubts multiplied. Am I here for reconciliation or to sacrifice more? The next day involved a sunrise hike, the golden light failing to dispel the shadows in her soul. Her mother joined her, linking arms. I regret not leaving when he kicked you out. But I stayed for Jake. Stayed for him, abandoned me. Mom, that choice hurt me more than Dad's words. Tears flowed between them, a small bridge forming amid the pain. Mid-hike, her father called a family meeting at a viewpoint. I've been wrong. Camilla, your relationship with Belle, it's love, plain and simple. I was blind. The words she'd waited years for, but they rang hollow. Why now? Because of Jake? Prove it, Dad. Call Belle. Apologize to her. He balked. That's personal. Camilla's resolve hardened. If he can't face her, it's all talk. The group descended in silence, the canyon's vastness amplifying the rift. That evening, Jake confided more. I came out to a friend. It felt good but scary. Camilla hugged him. You're brave. Braver than I was. But inside, envy mixed with pride. He gets support I never had. The tension peaked at dinner when her father announced, I've invited the pastor for a chat tomorrow. To help us all. Pastor? The same one who preached against my kind? Camilla exploded. You think a bigot can fix this? This isn't about God. It's about you. Her mother intervened. He's changed too, dear. But Camilla saw red. They're dragging me back into their world. She stormed out, calling Belle in tears. I can't do this. Belle's voice soothed. Come home. We've built our life without them. Yet, as stars blanketed the sky, Camilla pondered. Leaving now means abandoning Jake. Staying means more hurt. The choice tore at her. The pastor's arrival the next morning felt like an ambush. Reverend Hayes, with his kindly smile masking years of sermons that condemned people like her. Camilla's stomach knotted as they gathered in the living room. Why agree to this? To expose their hypocrisy? Her father started. Reverend, we've had divisions. Camilla's orientation caused strife. Orientation? Still clinical. The pastor nodded. The Bible is clear, but grace abounds. Grace? Camilla interrupted. Grace for who? Not for me, when you called my love abomination. Hayes met her gaze. I've evolved. The church is rethinking. Evolved? Convenient. But Jake watched wide-eyed, and for his sake she listened. The discussion dragged. Verses twisted to fit narratives. Camilla's mind rebelled. They're rewriting history to ease their guilt. When Hayes asked about Belle, she snapped. She's my partner. My everything. And you all drove us away. Her mother wept. We want to meet her. Include her. Include? After vilifying her? Her father added. Yes. Bring her next time. Next time? The audacity fueled her fire. There won't be a next time if this is conditional. The pastor suggested prayer, but Camilla refused. This isn't healing, it's conversion light. Jake whispered later. That was intense. But thanks for speaking up. His gratitude softened her, reminding her of the stakes. Afternoon brought a jeep tour into the canyon depths, the bumpy ride jolting loose more confessions. Her father admitted. I was afraid of what neighbors would say. Lost friends over it. Society's judgment, always the villain. Dad, that's on them. And you? He nodded. I know. I'm sorry. The apology felt heavier now, weighted by specifics. But is sorry enough? As they explored ancient ruins, her mother shared. I volunteered at a LGBTQ center last year. To understand. Camilla's surprise was genuine. Action, not just words. Why didn't you tell me? I was ashamed of how long it took. The revelation chipped at her walls. Maybe change is possible. Back at base, Belle's call brought perspective. They're trying, Cam. But don't forget the damage. Damage like the depression that followed my disownment, the therapy bills I paid alone. I won't. But Jake needs me. Belle paused. And you need peace. Whatever that looks like. That night, dreams plagued Camilla, rejection, acceptance all blurred. Morning yoga by the rim was meant to calm, but her thoughts raced. If I forgive, am I betraying myself? The session ended with her father joining unexpectedly. Mind if I try? His awkward poses elicited a reluctant laugh. Small moments like this. Could they rebuild? The day's climax came during a picnic. Jake announced, I'm gay. Officially. Silence fell, then her mother hugged him. We love you, son. Her father echoed, tears in eyes. Yes. No matter what. Camilla's heart swelled for Jake, but envy surged. He gets this without the fight. Happy for you, bro. But inside, questions brewed. Why him and not me? Later, alone with her father, she voiced it. You accept him easily. Why not me? He sighed. Because you were first. I wasn't ready. But losing you prepared me. Prepared? Like I was a trial run? The hurt deepened, a fresh wound atop old scars. Evening brought stargazing, the Milky Way a canvas for reflection. Her mother confided. The cancer scare woke us. Life's too short for hate. Camilla nodded, but skepticism lingered. Is fear of death the only motivator? Jake added. Sis, your strength inspired me. Inspired? I was broken. But his words mended a peace. As the group shared stories, Camilla opened up about Belle. Their meeting, their love. Her father listened without interruption. Progress? Or performance? The night ended with tentative hugs, but Camilla's guard remained up. With 2 days left, the family opted for a helicopter tour, the bird's-eye view symbolizing perspective Camilla desperately sought. As they soared over the chasm, her father shouted over the rotors. This place shows how small our problems are. Small. My life's upheaval isn't small. But the grandeur did humble her thoughts. Maybe holding grudges is as vast a waste as this canyon. Landing, they visited a Native American cultural center, learning about resilience amid oppression. Parallels to her own struggle hit hard. Societies change, but at what cost to the pioneers? Post-tour, lunch turned confessional. Her mother admitted. I enabled your father's views. That's my cross. Cross. Religious guilt again. Mom, own it without the faith crutch. She nodded. You're right. I failed you. The directness was new, stirring hope. Jake chimed in. What about Belle? Tell us more. Camilla hesitated, then shared. She's kind, ambitious. She stood by me when you didn't. Her father flinched. I'd like to thank her someday. Thank. After blaming her for corrupting me? But she saw sincerity in his eyes. Perhaps. Afternoon free time allowed Camilla a solo walk, her mind dissecting motives. Are they truly sorry, or is this illness-fueled panic? Belle's text arrived. Miss you. Whatever happens, we're solid. Solid, unlike my family ties. Returning, she found her father poring over old photos. Remember this? You and Jake as kids. Nostalgia tugged. Yeah. Before everything shattered. He closed the album. I shattered it. Can you forgive? The question hung. Forgiveness isn't a switch. I'm trying, Dad. But it hurts. Tears welled in his eyes. I know. Take your time. Time we might not have with Mom's health. Dinner was homemade, a family effort. Laughter flowed easier, but Camilla sensed undercurrents. When Jake mentioned his crush, her father offered advice, supportive, awkward. Progress for him, but Camilla probed. Would you say the same to me about Belle? He met her gaze. Yes. Love is love. Cliché, but from him? Monumental. Her mother added. We're planning a pride event at church. Pride? From condemnation to celebration? Skepticism warred with optimism. Is this real or appeasement? Night brought a bonfire. Stories crackling like the flames. Camilla shared her post-exile struggles. The isolation, the rebuilding. It made me stronger, but lonelier. Her father responded. I caused that. No excuses. No excuses, a first. Jake shared fears of school bullying. How did you handle it, sis? One day at a time. And with Belle. The mention prompted her father. Invite her to Texas sometime. Invite. After banishing us? But the offer felt like a door cracking open. As embers died, Camilla pondered. Acceptance comes with strings? The penultimate day dawned with a rim-to-rim hike, grueling and symbolic. Midway, exhaustion loosened tongues. Her mother confessed. I almost divorced him after you left. Almost? Why didn't you? For stability. Wrong choice. Wrong admitting it mends. Her father added. I begged her to stay. Promised change. Change that came too late for me. But Jake's presence reminded her. Better late than never? Summiting, triumph mixed with fatigue. We made it, her father said. Together. For now. Evening reflection by the fire pit deepened bonds. Camilla voiced lingering pain. Society's acceptance doesn't erase personal betrayal. Her family nodded, absorbing. We're part of that society, her mother said. We failed. Acknowledgement fueled healing. Belle's call sealed it. Sounds like growth. Proud of you. Proud a bomb. Sleep came easier, dreams of unity tentative. The final day loomed, a mix of closure and uncertainty. A leisurely breakfast preceded packing, but Camilla demanded one last talk. Before I leave, truth. Why now, really? Her father sighed. Mom's diagnosis was the catalyst, but guilt festered for years. Jake's coming out forced action. Honesty raw. And if no cancer? No Jake. He paused. I'd like to think yes. But honestly? Maybe not. The admission hurt, but respected her. No sugarcoating. Her mother added, we've donated to LGBTQ causes. Small steps. Steps I never saw coming. Jake hugged her. Thanks for paving the way. Paving with my tears. But his future brighter because of it. Airport Drive was quiet, reflections heavy. At drop-off, her father handed her a letter. Read it later. It's my full apology. Full. We'll see. Hugs lingered, tears shared. Come back soon. With Belle, her mother said. With Belle. Inclusion at last. Boarding the plane, Camilla opened the letter. Words poured out. Regrets, love, promises to advocate. Sincere? Time would tell. Landing in Seattle, Belle waited, embrace grounding. How was it? Complicated. But maybe hopeful. Weeks passed, family texts flowed. Updates on mom's treatment. Jake's school triumphs. Camilla visited Texas months later, Belle in tow. The meeting was awkward but warm. Her father shook Belle's hand. Thank you for loving my daughter. Belle nodded. She's worth it. Dinner conversations bridged gaps, laughter genuine. Yet scars remained. When church friends visited, subtle judgments surfaced. Society's shadow lingered. Camilla confronted. If you can't accept us fully, we're out. Her father stood firm. They accept or leave. Defense, a true shift. But challenges arose. Jake faced bullying. Camilla advised from afar. Her mother's remission brought joy, but reminders of fragility. Belle proposed marriage. Camilla accepted, inviting family. The wedding was small, Texas venue symbolic. Vows exchanged amid tears, her father walking her down the aisle. A redemption arc. Yet doubts whispered. Is this forever, or fragile? Years on, Camilla reflected on the journey. Pain birthed growth, betrayal fostered resilience. Family ties mended, but at what cost? Society evolved, yet prejudices persisted. In quiet moments she wondered, was forgiveness a victory, or a compromise? Was it right to forgive those who caused such deep wounds? Or does true justice demand eternal distance?